Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are going to talk about RTGs, radioisotope thermoelectric generators, also known as nuclear batteries, and why it's a bad idea to build them in your backyard. Tonight we have the original nuclear Boy Scout, Eric, played by Sean Taper. How are you? How's it going tonight?
Okie
Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. Yesterday we saw Ender's Game. Now, I've only read about 3 books in Orson Scott Card's Ender Saga series universe, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, it's up to 16 books now.
Wow. Okay, damn.
I've heard about 5 of them.
I still need to read the other 3 in my collection, but yeah.
Yeah, I only read 3 of them in order. The rest of them so early out of order. I think they read books 1, 2, 5, 4. Sorry, I can in joke.
Okay.
Me no thanks.
Okay, so that's an internal joke for now.
Those are outstoner jokes. Those are hard to claim.
Sorry. Okay, so how did you like the movie?
I loved it. I know it's not the best interpretation, but it's the best we've got.
I mean, the beginning of the movie was just too fast, but it slowly started getting good. Like, it started finding its pace, quote, more or less.
That could be part of what most people have a problem with is like the first 20 minutes of the movie is like the first half of the book. But then the last hour of the movie are like the last 4 chapters of the book. Like you have this 20 plus chapter book, and it should be 2 movies. They did it in 1 movie, but the hyper paced some things that really needed more explanation. They slow paced things that you could hyper your way through.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they had developed the relationship between Valentine, Ender, and Peter a little more.
Yeah, but it also works to have them semi extreme because it works more for the story of why are they in the mind game when the why would he think of that if the reflection of his mental state, why did he think of his family when he's obviously agitated?
No. I definitely agree there. But I mean to show that how close he is to Valentine and how he admires Peter, but at the same time doesn't want to be like him.
I mean, to an extent, he wants to be like him because he's a soldier and he is a bit of a psychopath.
A bit, but he's at the same time still empathetic enough. Like, the whole point they chose him was because he was still empathetic enough to learn to actually love and think like the Formics or Buggers.
Yeah, but he also shattered a kid's arm just because he punched him.
And you can empathize, so don't even.
I mean, I can empathize, but most people can't. I think most people don't take away the same lesson of Ender's actually a really smart person, even though everyone sees him as he's overly violent, and that should make him a good soldier. No, he's actually a smart combatant. Now, he watched what the enemy would do, let them attack first, and then retaliated. You don't do equal measures, you do extreme measures. You make sure that your retaliation can't be retaliated against.
Not unlike the U.S. and Japan with Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah, but that was after we failed a bunch of times, and we tried to burn down Tokyo. Unfortunately, we used bats covered in bombs, and they barely made it.
I thought that plan didn't even make it through.
I mean, we burnt down a small city in California.
Yeah, in California. We spent so much money on so much shit in the
We
World
still
War II.
do, buddy. We still do.
I know, and we probably won't learn about it until like 2050 if we're still alive.
Well, we did drop actual fire bombs from planes on Tokyo too. We did a decent amount of damage, but not as much as we were hoping to. You would think a country made of bamboo and paper would burn easy. But then, well, they're disciplined people, and they're really quick to put out fires because everything's really fucking flammable.
If only we had had that back in the day when Chicago burned, huh?
Yeah, no.
This entire town was basically a tinderbox.
Yeah, but Chicago's better for it. Like, honestly, we need a second Chicago fire. Actually, we could have one a decade. Think of how good of a state California is. They have all these wonderful social programs because half the state burns down every fucking year, so they have to raise a lot of money for social programs. Let's burn down the city of Chicago at least once a decade.
God damn it. You realize this is being recorded, right?
Yes.
I know that this is I know that this is just a test run, but at the same time, you're actually gonna say this on the podcast?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ. Wait, it's a podcast. Yeah, I can swear. Fuck.
Right. We're not trying to make money off of this shit. Let's say what we want.
But eventually, maybe. Shit.
But that's why you just don't publish it on YouTube.
Where are we publishing this?
You can put them on Spotify. You can put them on iTunes. You can put them on Stitcher.
The fuck is... you know what? Fine. Moving on.
Stitcher is a wonderful app and resource for all things podcast. It's all they do is podcast. You can find podcasts that are on any other program. Use Stitcher. It is a free app in the end, most app stores.
Just so you know, we are not being sponsored, but apparently they're good. Awesome.
I love them for my Gundam podcast.
And did you have to, rhyme? Really? I love them for my Gundam. Really, dude?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, moving on. Back to Ender. The point is... What was the point? Oh, right. The point is that, he isn't crazy. He's a little psychopathic, but not psychopathic to the point where he's not empathic. And the whole point of him being
He's a psychopath, not a sociopath. There is a very important difference there. It's not that he has a lack of empathy. It's he over-empathizes, kind of like Valentine does, but not to her degree. She empathizes to the point where it's a detriment. He empathizes to the point where it's an asset. And his brother is a fucking sociopath who can't empathize for anything.
But that's my whole point. He's the perfect balance of both violence and empathy so that he can actually try to live a peaceful life.
True. But then they kind of wrecked him at the end, and they made him realize it's not a game.
They didn't, though. Then, going into Speaker for the Dead, we are not talking about Exile.
But Exile was so important to the story.
It is, but it didn't come out until, 10 years later?
2008, 13 years.
13. Okay, moving on, okay? The whole point is they speak about it, kind of, in Speaker for the Dead, where he spent the entire time looking for a new place for the Formics to make their home.
Right.
Now, he came back after he wrote the speech speaking for the dead that were the Formics because he learned their secrets from the Queen in the Cocoon.
True.
So, if I remember correctly, he actually went to the planet that was a colony of Portugal or something like that. They spoke Portuguese. And the whole point was that he wanted to choose that place as well for the Formics to make their new home, to live amongst the little dudes and the Portuguese colonists who were Catholic. That's neither here nor there. I just remember the point.
I was going to say he was a child, so...
He was not a child.
Going to a bunch of Catholics might not have been
He was an adult, you evil bastard.
I mean, he wasn't an adult when he left.
He was an adult. He was not an adult when he left Earth, but because of time distortion and all that jazz, when he got to their planet, he was an adult.
Was he an adult on their planet, or was he an adult? Okay. Yeah, again, Catholics.
God damn it.
He's a boy. He's a teen.
He's not a teen. He's an adult. He's over 20 when he... I think he was 30 when he got to the planet, actually.
Okay. So he old enough to be a priest then.
Okay, but he started an entirely new religion, not on purpose, of speaking for the dead. You remember or no? Okay. Wait, you do remember or you don't? You shook your head.
A little bit of both.
Okay, fine.
I partially remember that. I didn't remember it from being in Speaker of the Dead. I actually thought it came from one of the later films of the series.
No, so everybody knows that Ender became the religion, but nobody remembers Ender, like what he looked like, because of time distortion. And it's been like, I want to say 50 or close to 100 years since the end of Ender's game, because he keeps traveling all over the place. So nobody remembers what Ender looks like, and he's a speaker in the quote unquote in the kind of religion that is speaking for the dead.
Aha. Probably the false prophet.
Depending on how you look at it, I mean, he did start a religion. He didn't want to, but kind of like Jesus. He didn't want to start a religion. He just wanted to reform Judaism.
So he's a cult leader.
Not really. He started the cult, more like other people are continuing it.
Did he give them weapons and marry children?
No.
Did he give them weapons?
No. Wait, do you count words as weapons?
Sometimes. Did he make them drink cocaine?
No! God damn it. You just had to make me break, didn't you? You bastard.
I did. I tried.
I was good up until fucking Kool-Aid, you bastard. Okay, moving on.
I mean, technically, it was flavor aid to keep the Kool-Aid. They were also in the middle of Africa.
They were not.
Ghana is in Africa, buddy.
No, Ghana's in Africa, but they were not in the middle of Africa. Flavor Aid is with the Jones debacle up down in Texas.
The Jonestown was in Ghana, buddy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You're fucking with it. I'm pressing pause on this.
Oh no, I'm not fucking with you. The Jonestown kind of thing that was Ghana.
I am looking this up, Jonestown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am literally looking up because I'm pretty sure the Jonestown Massacre from 1978 was not in Ghana. It was in the United States. Mm-hmm. Jonestown Massacre history. It was in Guyana, not Ghana. Okay, fine.
Okay, same.
Motherfucker.
Third world country full of brown people.
Do not make me speak Spanish to you.
It was a third world country full of brown people. They're all the same.
It's funny. Sounds like the Menominee Reservation.
Yes.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Does nothing get under your skin?
I mean, there's a lot of skin here. There's probably some shit under it.
That wasn't even funny. That was kind of sad. Jeez.
I'm fat. What do you expect, buddy? That guy in a little world.
Moving on. All right. So, fine. It wasn't in the U.S., but it also wasn't in freaking Africa. It was in Guyana, which I believe is in South America.
Not pretty sure Guyana is. I know it's French. Is it South Africa? No, South America. Yeah, South America.
There we go. Score 1 for the Latino.
Technically, it's score 187.
I have no idea. I don't get the reference.
Jonestown?
Huh?
The population of Jonestown.
Okay. That was dark. Moving on.
Kind of like the child who vaporized the planet to kill one person.
He didn't know it was one person. No, wait, he did.
He knew it was one person. He didn't know they were real bombs.
Yeah, he was just trying to win a game, and then turns out he did win the game by killing, what was it, a few thousand people because there were people in those planes?
Yeah, there was 1,000 people per ship that he got destroyed. He got like 5 ships of his fleet destroyed. So he killed 5,000 humans to vaporize 2 or 3 million buggers.
That's another thing. Why didn't they ever say buggers in the movie?
Bugger. Think of what that could be misconstrued as someone saying bugger.
Fucker?
Fucker.
And this is why I'm still naive. Moving on.
The reasons why they changed this stuff in movie.
Okay, what else are we talking about? Holy Matrimony. The Hutterites and what was her name? Patricia Archuleta and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Might not be his first movie, but
Patricia
definitely.
Arquette.
It said Archuleta.
No, it's Arquette, not Archuleta.
Where, the box is right here. Where is it?
It's upstairs already.
God damn it.
It's
Okay.
Arquette. It's Patricia Arquette. It's not Patricia Archuleta.
Patricia Archuleta.
Arquette.
And
a 12-year-old Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He was 12?
He actually was 12. His character was 12. They're about the same age. And it was his first movie. It's a good movie.
Alright, fine. Patricia Arquette. Poor Leonard Nimoy. No.
Weirdly enough, it's one of the best interpretations of Hutterites in the cinema.
Which still sounds weird to me, but I will not argue that. Just, wow.
Hutterites are weird.
Technically, all Anabaptists are kind of weird.
They are. Great thing is, you can make fun of Hutterites and they're not going to notice because they don't use the internet or phone or listen to the radio.
Like, why would you make fun of them then?
Because they're never going to hear it like they fucking want to.
Just no. Alright, what else? Okay. Usually people drink on these things or something to make things more entertaining, but no. Motherfucker, we're recording and you're on your goddamn phone.
It was an important message that I had to answer about a stupid question about Drano.
Somebody was making prison wine?
I don't know. I don't know that Drano actually works. Yes, it does. For reasons. For reasons.
Okay, I don't get that.
When I explain the science behind it, but everyone says that they don't like when I explain the science and shit stuff.
Can you please tell me how a radioisotope thermoelectric generator... I'm kidding. No.
It does some shit and makes some shit and then stop.
Moving on. Alright, you said recently that you were... Oh, we can do anime. You were watching Negima, Negima 2, and you already watched UQ Holders.
Yes.
I'm currently still watching Negima because I have no time.
Yay. Like, I like it. It's good job.
Personally, I love Greg Ayres. I love his voice because whenever he does shit, it's pretty funny.
It sounds like he's stressing his voice to watch. Like, I know that he recorded these shows before. Some of them are the roles that more people know him for, but like just the way his voice squeaks sometimes, it does not sound healthy. It doesn't sound like a professional singer or professional voice actor intentionally squeaking his voice. It sounds like someone who doesn't know what they're doing, pushing too hard.
Yeah.
I know he is a professional singer and a well-established professional voice actor. He has lots of training, lots of years of experience. But it sounds like he's hurting himself through that entire show.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, it's still pretty freaking charming.
True.
Okay. You're one of the most libidinous and horny guys I know.
What did you call me?
Libidinous. Libidinous. Comes from libido. Open the goddamn dictionary. The fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know the fancy words that not in English. You could just say lecherous. But most people know this term as meaning.
Libidinous.
Lecherous, same thing.
Motherfucker. Fine. Lecherous.
There you go.
Perverted.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have against hentai?
Fucking weird.
Why?
It's cartoon porn.
Motherfucker, I remember you talking about what's her name? Not Shira. Uh, Thundercats. The blonde. Okay,
Chitara.
Chitara. Yeah. How is that any different?
No. It wasn't the drawing of Chitara. It was when they remade Thundercats in 2011. Chitara was voiced by Emmanuel Trinity. It was her voice. Because I've always loved her voice and her accent. And her accent carries over to Chitara. Yeah, they made Chitara Puerto Rican. Yeah, it made her sexy.
What is it with you and Puerto Ricans?
I like some spice.
I have nothing against Puerto Ricans, but I swear you have a preference.
I have lots of preferences. Most I'm not going to say out loud.
Good, don't, please. We don't want to get banned.
And the one that will say out loud, I like titties.
That's not the only thing he likes. We'll put that out there. Okay. When you were, why is this an interview? God damn it, we have to talk about shit. Okay.
You're talking about shit. You're talking about me, the most interesting man you know.
All right, I'm gonna have to pack up. I have to go find my uncle.
He's the most interesting man in the world. Can he give us stuff that tastes your face? I mean, I don't drink, but I think fruit second. I do it on people.
I didn't understand you until the second time. Dos X, cabrón.
It's
There we go.
I would say it like white people say it because it's more fun.
Oh, God damn it. We're not white for a reason. Don't try to imitate the oppressor.
I want our audience to be white people because they actually buy merchandise.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the whitest place on earth.
I would think that's the Great White North of Canada. You know what I'm saying, eh?
Yeah, the Canada really better.
I mean, it's covered in dirt, so.
I don't think it's dirt. They're too high up. I mean, how can you be that high in the air when the earth is flat?
We're not getting into that. Okay, back to radio isotope thermoelectric generators. It's the greatest idea in terms of having somewhat unlimited power.
Until you fry yourself with radiation poisoning.
Yes, until you do that. Unfortunately. So, is there any other idea you can think of besides, let's say, solar, that would allow you to have unlimited energy in one location that is fairly inland?
No.
So, who wants to help me build a thorium generator? I'm smiling at him.
No.
It only gives off alpha generation. It only generates alpha radiation. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but to get a decent amount of power out of one, you need one the size of the building we're currently in.
Not if you can. Okay, technically you're right, but not necessarily if you can convert the thorium into plutonium and then use that as a nuclear battery.
It would be easier to just get plutonium. Probably cheaper too.
I don't know about cheaper, easier maybe.
Well, after the time and money and energy it takes to build a thorium reactor to basically change thorium into plutonium, which is the waste product, so you can then have the plutonium, so you can put it on battery, so you have nuclear batteries that are plutonium run. It would be cheaper to just buy plutonium and stick it in a battery.
Okay, then what about running a battery directly off of thorium?
Ken, you would think one the size of a small truck?
No. Not a generator, literally just thorium and using that to power the battery.
Yeah, thorium is a useless power source.
Shit.
I can direct you to a wonderful YouTube channel called Thunderfoot. He debunks lots of things, and he actually debunked making cars that run on thorium because literally to make any decent amount of energy out of thorium, the sheer amount of shielding you need to protect you from the radiation would weigh more than the car.
I've heard the exact opposite, but fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone says the exact opposite, and everyone's wrong. When you do the math of it, it's not feasible. To get enough energy to drive a 1-ton vehicle, you need 4 tons of shielding around the engine.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, damn, boy, thick.
That is the weirdest use of that one, but okay. All right, fine. How about going back to older energy generation, like what was the thing called? A
Treadmill?
no.
We, it's endless energy, and it would treatment population would be fit and energetic all the time. Just put them on treadmills, have them run all day, every day. Try hamster wheels. Put gear reducer on there. Get that energy out 5-to-1. Make prison useful again.
The only time it was useful was in the Great Depression.
It's always been useful to a degree. You just have to use them as slave labor, and this country has a bad issue with slaves, so we don't do that no more.
Says who?
Technically says the white people.
Oh, are you saying they aren't liars? Because I'm pretty sure they're liars because they're lying. They're liars.
Well, white people ever lied to you? No.
I'm a Mexican. They lied to me like 5 times in like the last 300 years.
Yeah, but you're Mexicans and you don't help.
Ladies and gentlemen, he thinks he's white.
Could be. Likely. You're over there.